Hello and welcome to this piano lesson video. I want to do a few quick things in this lesson. I want to teach you about half steps, about whole steps, and how we combine whole steps and half steps into a pattern to make the major scale. That pattern can be started on any key and then we can get any major scale. A half step is the smallest distance that we can make on the piano, say from B to C. Right here you can see there is no other key between the notes B and C on the keyboard. There's nothing else between them, so we can't get any smaller distance than the distance between B and C. And the same goes for C and C sharp right here. There aren't any other keys between these two notes. The only kind of keys that you can't get a half step between is between two black keys. And that's because black keys will always have at least one other note between them, like here, F sharp and G sharp. There's this G note between them. So it can't be a half step because there's a note between them. We can obviously get smaller from, say, F sharp to G, or from G to G sharp. Those would be half steps. But when we have a key in between, just one single key, like we do here, we have this key G between F sharp and G sharp right here. This is now a whole step. One whole step is equivalent to two half steps. So F sharp to G, one half step. G to G sharp is another half step. Add those two halves together, two halves equals one whole. Two half steps equals one whole step. That's really easy and really simple for anyone to understand. We have whole steps between all of the black keys, of course, but we also have whole steps between white keys. Like from C to D right here, there's this black key in between. It's two half steps from C to C sharp, from C sharp to D. Therefore, from C to D is one whole step. But also from E to F sharp right here, we can see we've got E and we've got F sharp, and there's this note F right between them. From E to F is one half step, and from F to F sharp is another half step. That's two half steps. Two half steps equals one whole step. So we can see really easily what a half step is, like from B to C, or from C to C sharp, or from E to F, or from E flat to E. We can see what a half step looks like really easily, and we could also see really easily what a whole step looks like between two white keys, between two black keys, or between a white and a black key. Now, how do we combine whole steps and half steps to make what we call the major scale? It comes from a pattern of whole steps and half steps. Play all of the white keys from C to C on the piano keyboard. This will show us exactly the major scale pattern. So let's do that. From C to C, we'll start on this middle C right here. The very next white key after it is D. Okay, so we can see that there's a black note in between. Therefore, this is a whole step. From D to E, that's also a whole step. From E to F, that's a half step. F to G is a whole step. G to A is a whole step. From A to B is also a whole step. And then finally, from B to C is the half step there. So this gives us our major scale pattern, playing from C to C with only the white keys. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And the whole steps and half steps goes whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. That's the pattern of the major scale. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Not only can we start on the note C to get a major scale, we could also start on, say, B right next to it. So if we start on the note B, we know that we have to follow the major scale pattern to get a major scale. And we have to start with a whole step. And then we have to have another whole step. And then a half step. And then three whole steps in a row. And then one final half step. So following the major scale pattern, starting on the note B, gives us this B major scale following the major scale pattern. Maybe we skip around to G. or maybe we go to F. We can play any major scale on the piano by following the major scale pattern. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half.